Ah, you're here. Sorry, I was just about to send someone to an—
What did you find out?
Well, lots of unexpected The mercs themselves were surprisingly easy to catch. We just had someone— But then it starts to get messy. During the interrogation—
What? Why would some—
It's anybody's guess at this point. In any event, we're diverting manpower as we speak to try—
Sure! Let's go get to the bottom of all this! Are you sure this is the right place? Something feels off.
I'm positive.
Boss, we got more company.
Look, we were just doing what we were paid to do. You're punishing the wrong people here. You want the real—
What happened? Who beat you all up?
Wait, you mean you?
With who?
First there was this flying brat. Didn't bother asking any questions, just started throwing punches. After—
I've got the confirmation I needed. This is the one who masterminded this whole plot. Giovanni, if you have any questions for him, now's your chance to ask them.
So why did you hire people to kidnap Sachin?
What do you think? 20 years ago, he upped and left. As if that's not bad enough already. He wouldn't put his entire fortune in the care of the— That's my inheritance. By rights. You expect me to sit— Of course! Didn't he say he would be here somewhere? Watch— So, I figured I'd get some people to nab him. Then I make him change the contract. And if the academia doesn't— No. The old fart knows how to stay hidden. I'll give him— I already thought he'd gone mad 20 years ago. Diadem of knowledge. Well, I can tell you that it's very expensive. Weird things started happening after he brought it home, too. Also, before donating it to the academia, he once shut him— Something was already seriously wrong with him by that point.
What do you mean, something wrong with—
I only have a vague memory of it, since I was very young at the time. But I have the— When he finally did return, he was a changed person. He would mumble— I asked if I could see what he'd written, but he chased me out of the room. Later, he went out somewhere and took his— Part of me wonders whether he'd already stopped being my father by that point.
Okay,
You can believe me or not. Doesn't matter to me. I told you all I know. Whatever it is that he's researching out there,
You finished? In that case, come with us. Well, we finally caught the guy behind all this. Do you still have any lingering concerns?
Yeah! Al-Haytham's notes—
Scribe Al-Haytham looked into this matter. Understood. Well, if you believe there to be an issue with the—
That makes sense. Okay then, let's get back—
You're finally back. Where have you been? I looked
We were out capturing some bad guys, but that's not important right now.
The diadem? That seems... The diadem of knowledge has been used in every extravaganza over the last 2... Okay, here's the situation. In the third round, contestants have to go into Mount Deima Forest. Considering how close the scores are between our contestants as such, I suspect competition to be very... I'll mark the diadem's location for you.
Alright, let's go. That's weird. The locator stopped working. Is the forest interfering with it? looks empty.
Oh, looks like Laila has seized the diadem. But getting to the goal won't be easy.
That guy enters the fray.
Faruzan's device has gone haywire.
The competition is heating up. Oh. And here's Kaveh bringing up the rear.
It's Kaveh's toolbox! Throwing the diadem to its owner!
Yes, that's right. Put the diadem in place, and you shall gain all you desire.
Who are you? I need you to get out of my head!
I am confident that you will not disappoint me.
What just happened to me?
Something's wrong.
At long last, someone to inherit my... Come, Kaveh. Come to me, my child.
How do you know my name? Who are you?
I am Sachin. Well, to be precise, I am but a fragment of such... Fate is a curious thing. Seeing you reminds me of another I once met. But you are made of sterner... We meet for the first time, children. But what I mean to say now is about... You have all performed outstandingly in this Interdashon Championship. The Academia... But if I were to choose a successor, I would choose you, Kaveh.
Me?
Why, yes. Both of us have the misfortune to be idealists. 28 years ago, I came to the desert and lived there for 8 full years. What do you think? Conflict over water sources, robbing of merchant caravans. The things I witnessed there tormented me greatly.
So, did you...
As a Vahumana scholar, I tried to use I researched history and anthropology, performed countless experiments on human nature, but in the end, I found that it was not possible to simply assign blame for these transgressions to any one party, for the sins are carved into humanity's The aim of my research was to draw lessons from history. But what I discovered was that history... After this realization, I could no longer see the meaning in anything that I had ever learned. But before I went through with it, a strange twist of fate led me to come into the possession of this diadem.
As I thought. The contract you signed with the Academia was... But if you'd given up hope on this world, why did...
I mentioned that I had performed a great many experiments concerning human. The Academia has no shortage of genius talents, nurturing the brightest minds of every generation.
I see. So you desired a successor who was not only a genius, but who also understood the suffering of ordinary people.
Huh?
But did you ever consider that wealth numbs the human heart to the pain in the world? Even an idealist may be in...
You are highly intelligent, yet you are not the sort of person who would understand my line of thinking. Whether my successor suffers as a consequence of my research, or succumbs, I grieve the fundamental sickness of the world. And this, Kaveh, my dear child.
You're absolutely certain that you want to give...
I have faith in what I see in you. Now wear the diadem, Kaveh, and complete the journey that I could not. Will the verdict I reached cause you suffering? Or will this newfound wealth numb your heart? I look forward to your answer. All of my research materials are being stored at
I've heard enough! My life's enough of a mess already. The last thing I need is more suffering. Keep your Mora. I don't need it. Didn't you say that you saw a lot of people in pain? Well, if that's the case, then your wealth can go to them.
Are you all right? Any
I'm fine. Thanks, Tignari. Don't worry about me.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Kaveh.
Kaveh may have broken the diadem, but he successfully completed the task prior. According to the rules, this makes him the victor of round 3. Points-wise, as the champion and Sachin's personally designated successor, Kaveh has for the avoidance of doubt, can you confirm that it is your intention to donate all of
Like I said, he thought that the world is a bad place. Rejecting the world will achieve nothing.
All right. As the scribe, I will make... The sages will contact you in person for details on how exactly Sachin...
That sounds fine. I don't know if his research findings were right, nor would I know how to but what I do know is that by ending this here, we won't be the last. There will be more championships to come. Sachin's words can only cause pain. But we're all scholars here. I know full well that shutting down his views like this is autocratic and arrogant. It's the least I can do. And...
Well said. What you've expressed is a sense of justice and idealism. I say this despite the fact that, in my view, it's quite ridiculous. Nevertheless, your perspective is well suited to appearing in a victory speech. Contestant
What? Please. I don't... Anyway, this isn't the time or place for debates. Keep your commentary focused.
Congratulations, Kaveh. Also, you'll need to prepare... Looks like the ceremony will be held at the main venue. Let's head over and check it out!
Thank you all for your excellent performance. Finally, it gives me great pleasure. Typically at this point, we would crown our champion with the diadem as well as presenting. However, we have just received word that Kaveh has inherited...
Sachin's estate is...
So much Mora.
Kaveh's generosity will give many struggling families the chance to... Of course, without the diadem and prize money to present, this makes the award ceremony a little more concise than expected.
I'm not entirely sure what I should say under these circumstances.
I'm glad to have won. As for why I want to give the Mora away, I don't support Sachin's views, and I don't want to take his... Anyway, this isn't really the time and place for such weighty...
Oh, Kaveh, just one moment. While this is a short and sweet award ceremony, we do still have a prize to present you with. Please take this limited edition Genius Invocation. Additionally, your champion status will be logged in your record. This means that the sages will give priority consideration.
All right, I'll take the card. But
in that case, I declare the award ceremony over.
I still don't really get it. The sum of more.
That just means you're not strange enough to understand the way that geniuses think. Come on.
Glad that's over. I think I'm quite good at giving...
Do you mean that you're still exhausted from the competition?
I suppose... Oh.
So you're gonna give it to him? But if it's a rare...
Why would I do that? It's of no use to me whatsoever.
Whoa, whoa! This is a super big deal!
Huh? But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my...
What you looking at, Cyno?
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue.
Well, they gave me this limited edition Genius Invocation card.
But it's a limited edition.
What else would I do with it? I have...
But it's limited edition. Kaveh, are you in trouble?
Oh, that's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has absolute...
All right. In that case, But now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, how about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price.
Oh, come on. It's just one card. How much could it really be worth?
1 million Mora at the very least.
Huh? How much?
1 million Mora?
If you feel that's too low,
1 million Mora for a card? But you already have a whole...
Not every card is this valuable, and some cards are...
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty, but really it's fine. I'd feel...
Don't feel bad. I save a lot.
You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You should watch that, you know.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience.
I don't want to talk about it.
In that case, maybe you're the one who should be listening to your advice. In any case, I, Cyno, will take this precious card.
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further.
Well, this is what they call... Paimon wonders how the other contestants are doing.
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong taking advice from me on what to wear.
Really? Well, then, sure.
Faruzan! Nilu! Even Dia and Candace...
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were... Madame Faruzan here's pretty friendly.
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Let's go with the plain fabric as our base.
Oh, wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style?
Don't worry. This style is a timeless classic.
No thanks. This is a...
Wait. Madame Faruzan's right. That style, if you don't mind, how about I pick some clothes out for everyone? It's not often that...
Sure. I'm happy to...
I'll come with you to have a look. One always has to keep on top...
Madame Faruzan? Come quick! She's over here!
Who are you?
We're new in the academia. We saw all the amazing
Of course I do. And you're both very...
That's great! We can't wait.
I'm from Haravatat.
Huh? But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am.
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
I think you're amazing, Madam Faruzan. I can take the class you're teaching as an option, even though
I see. You're a good egg child.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, I won't...
I don't quite understand what happened.
Traveler, Paimon, would you...
Sorry, we can't. We've got a meal with Kaveh later. Oh, by the way, have any of you seen
I don't know where Hakai went. We just saw Laila but she was hanging out with some other Ratahoa students.
Ratahoa students? They must be the... Oh, she didn't end up winning, so...
If you don't come to Sumeru City often, and of course, since you're putting this on your body...
Agreed. After all, this fashion not...
Sorry, ma'am, but...
I actually think the style recommend...
Isn't it just?
I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh, stop it. If you're going to beat yourself up after doing as well as you did, how—
I didn't see the whole thing, but you were the only contestant who scored, and I heard that you actually found the diadem.
Aw, I just got lucky.
That can't be true. You had some really stiff competition. Getting points off them is a huge achievement. The way I—
Aw, thanks a lot. But I really don't—
Ah, come on. Don't be so hard on yourself. Let's go. Cheer—
Looks like things are going well for Laila. We haven't seen Hakai since the end of... I can't... Finally.
Are you sure you have enough to cover this?
Don't worry, I budgeted very carefully, and this is well within my means. Anyway, I've lost count of how many times you've treated me. Oh, Traveler, Paimon, over here!
Ooh, look at all this! Good food, here we come!
I heard that you went to see the other contestants. How's everyone doing?
Faruzan found herself a student, and Layla's classmates are bowled over.
Alhaitham's gone missing in action, too. Huh. The one time I'm that guy. Where the heck could he... Well, whatever. He can do what he wants. Now, let's see...
You shocked me a little when you hurled the diadem to the ground. On further...
Sachin's voice started talking to me inside my head from the moment I picked it up. I could feel his emotion. He bombarded me with his ideas relentlessly. Like I was saying at the time, his views are not necessarily completely without value.
If his forbidden research were to spread in a harmful form and cost...
I think you did the right thing. I suppose another way to approach it would have been to claim that I won't comment on his theories or experiments, but I don't believe that he was careless in his choice of candidate.
Perhaps. I just think that if you accept someone...
That's a good thing. It means that you haven't taken...
Thank you, oh my god, thank you. See, you get me, Call. It's a good thing Alhaitham isn't here right now. He'd be quick to explain why you're wrong.
Seems like you always include him in the conversation.
Yep. No dinner with Kaveh is complete without a...
I sense that Alhaitham has in fact been...
He's here? Where? Why didn't you tell me?
He lives rent-free in each of our hearts.
That was horrifying.
Good thing you didn't say that before we started eating.
All right, enough about Alhaitham. Tignari.
I did. In the first round, in fact. Word of mouth proved very effective. I spoke to a hand... Oh, are you free next month?
About what? I don't know the first thing about any...
Just play to your strengths. For instance, you could talk about the distinguishing features of rainforest architecture.
Oh, well, that's no problem. Sure, I'll make time. Has everyone had enough to eat? I can order more if anyone's...
I'm full. Thanks. Paimon's super full, too.
Yeah, we should do this more often. Work will always be there, but seeing friends is important too.
Sounds good. We should pick a few other places.
There are other good places around here, too? Oh, don't...
Kaveh, do you have... since everyone is free...
Eager to show off your new limited edition...
Not to show off. This is my way of thanking you for your help.
All right, sure. I didn't bring my deck with me.
Actually, Master, I made
Don't tell me you've been
Come on, no need to be so stern. I was thinking of maybe going to the academia for some alone time. Nothing set in stone, though. Why do you ask?
It looks like this Inter-Garshan Championships of... All that stuff with Sachin and the dad sorted too. Oh, right. Yeah, Sachin said that he placed it... It might be dangerous if someone finds his old... Holy smokes, you're right. He said he spent all the time researching and... All right then, let's...
Didn't expect to run into you here.
Oh, hey, Thumb. What are you doing? And what are you...
Sachin's notes? Yes. I came across his profile while I was organizing some... If it wasn't for that, I never would have agreed to being a commentator.
Wait! So, are you alright? How do you...
I think you may have misunderstood something. The reason Sachin chose that architect to inherit his research was that only he could really empathize. Only one who resonates with these sentiments would suffer and begin to think of history as bleak. Empathy is a double-edged sword. Empaths have many friends, and their wide social circle comes with certain societal advantages.
Why's that?
All important things in life involve other people. Think you may really want to achieve your goals, you have to be prepared to make enemies, and that reality is like the material here. Objective, heavy, negative.
So, what are your thoughts now?
As a scholar, empaths have many friends, and their wide social circle comes with certain societal advantages.
Why's that?
All important things in life involve other people. Think you may really want to achieve your goals, you have to be prepared to make enemies. Someone else. All I will say is that the world is not built on correctness alone. Sometimes, being correct means nothing at all. Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism. By their own choice, the idealist seeks to bring happiness, denying themselves this. I've never been able to agree with certain philosophies. Even such, but sadly, all viewpoints will find their supporters. All right then, I got what I came for.
Wait, so you came here just to read this?
Get together?
Guess what? Kaveh treated everyone this time.
Then I'm sure he packed up the leftovers for me. See ya.
And there he goes. Well, it seems like he really wasn't affected by this research. He said that someone else would answer. Traveler, Paimon, you're already here. Nihira! Oh, and that guy. Wait, so you asked him to take part in the champion?
Yes, it was me. Are you...
Did you know that there was something wrong with the diadem from the start?
Because Sachin's research is not mistaken. He spent his entire... These are the crystallization of his wisdom. Yeah, so instead,
Seriously? I think you can stop calling me that now.
Why? Don't... Well, anyway, If Sachin's chosen successor hadn't been able to handle...
And after all that, the person Sachin chose...
I was also hoping that this could be an opportunity for you to learn...
That wasn't necessary. I'm still paying you back for your help.
Maida, what did you mean by Sachin's...
Put it this way instead. Some people only see the mushroom on the shroom boar's back. Others see only the shroom boar's body. And they declare that the shroom... Still others look deeper inside and determine these conclusions are all correct in their own way. But
Paimon kinda gets...
The world is the same way. No one, not even within the confines of our limited knowledge. Some may blindly believe in truth. The most important thing isn't what state. Ultimately, my duty as the god of wisdom is to guide...
That was a long speech. So what are you actually going to do with these research materials?
Because Kaveh has the successor of this research, but even though Sachin's research could be considered negative wisdom, it is still a building block of the truth. I also look forward to the day that a member of the Vahumana Darshan can not only...
Vahumana doesn't have that kind of talent. Wait, I don't remember signing up to become a scholar.
Oh boy, here we go again.
You think so? Well, to that, I hope that your studies in Vahumana will help you deal with your own fate. I will review your final thesis myself.